Hi guys, it's Catherine and it's time for my Kinda Recaps. So today's recap is about the most recent episodes of All For One over on KindaTV. Episodes, yes, 22, 23, and 24. I totally forgot the numbers because smart. Okay, so these episodes happened just after the amazing live event, which if you still have not seen the live event, you need to go watch it right now. Do it. Do the thing. Because, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So, alright, let's get down to this week's recaps. So, episode 22 is Caper. And what's super awesome about episode 22 is it's all Portia. Seriously, all Portia. She's playing Mission Control, and so the only character we see is Portia the whole time. And not only is it Portia, but it's Boss Portia. She's playing Mission Control while Ariana, Alex, and Dorothy are off trying to break into Rick's office. So the whole time she's controlling the walkie, she's talking to the Inseparables, so we get to hear her being super in control and then kind of freaking out because no one's really listening to her and everyone's acting super weird. Ariana is really Ariana, see, I did it again. Ariana is acting really weird, like she's not really talking much. She's just kind of doing whatever anyone tells her to do and not really acting anything like herself. Dorothy's having a terrible problem making any decisions at all. She doesn't trust herself to do anything. Like, she has to distract a guard and cannot figure out what to do. For the life of her. She offers like 80 suggestions and Portia's like, do something, just do something. And Dorothy can't figure out what to do. She winds up yelling, I'm on fire, I'm literally on fire, and running past the guard, which is not the, I mean, it's fine. I'm sure it was distracting. Alex is also making really not great decisions. Instead of doing what Portia wants her to do and being like on lookout, she climbs inside a tiny window and steals keys from a guard for Rick's office. So no one's listening to Portia, things are getting super out of control, and she's just not comfortable with everything because she really wants them to listen to her and she's doing a really good job. Like, her plan is a good plan, but everyone is just so weird. And the Inseparables are even pointing out like everything is weird, and it's just, yeah, everything is weird. All the weird. Double checking to make sure. Yes. Okay. So what happens is Ariana breaks into Rick's office with Alex, but Dorothy gets cornered, and so Portia has to race across, or you don't know this yet. Portia disappears to go get Dorothy, and that's where the episode ends. Everyone's sort of like in a mad scramble. We're not really sure what's going on. Then in episode 23, Rough at the Edges, we learn Portia raced from Dorothy's dorm to go save her from being cornered by getting caught by a bunch of guards by climbing in the little tiny window Alex found and pulling the fire alarm. The only good thing is that Ariana had totally hacked the cameras, so there's no footage of them, so no one knows who did what. But they didn't get the files, they didn't get to Rick's cloud, they couldn't really do anything because the plan just didn't work. And Ariana leaves because she's kind of just upset, and Alex is acting weird and winds up going to sleep. Then Portia tells Dorothy she doesn't think she's really cut out to be in charge of people, and Dorothy's telling her she did a great job, but everyone is just acting so weird, and it's just making everything so much harder. Okay, so while all of this is going on, we learn that Ariana and Portia are gonna go get coffee, but Ariana is pretty upset because she's like, no, this is just coffee. Like, this is just coffee. And you can tell that she's very upset that she and Portia broke up. And M. Blue from the Inseparables, the whole time, M. Blue's talking about how this is crushing and awful and the world is terrible because Portiana is not together. And seriously, I agree so much. I need Portiana back together. Someone, please. Anyone, can we just glue them back together? I need my ship. I need my ship to be floating on the buoyant seas instead of at the bottom of the ocean. Please? Okay, so with all of that going on, we then get, I'm making sure I get everything, I made notes. Alex winds up leaving because she's upset. She doesn't really want to hang out. Then Dorothy winds up talking to Ariana because Ariana comes back and she's still kind of like down and blah, and she doesn't really want to be there. And so Dorothy's like, no, come on, we can do something, like we should hang out. And so the two of them talk, but Alex and Ariana are saying like none of them should be friends, like they can't be friends anymore, they're not really friends. And Dorothy winds up getting Ariana to stay by mentioning that they should go find Douchefort and his cronies and like mess them up and like be awesome together as Doriana Bro TP, not an OTP. She specifically says Bro TP. So Ariana stays, and then suddenly there's a knock at the door and in walks Douchefort. Yes, Douchefort arrives at the dorm. So in episode 24, Underhanded, Douchefort, also known as Owen, comes in and says that he wants to help them. He has been working for Rick still. He's been demoted. He has to clean Rick's toilets, and Rick eats burritos a lot. Ew. Just ew. So he wants to help them out. He offers a map of the tunnel system that they found out is located under the school. See, there was a second attempt in episode 23 that I didn't mention, sorry, where Alex, Ariana, and Dorothy found out that there are prohibition tunnels that lead into the student union, and one of them would help them break into Rick's office. So Owen has an actual map and his keys, and he offers them to the Musketeers, saying that if they want, he wants to help them, and he'll give them the keys and this map if they give him all the stuff they have on Miller's past. Dorothy mentions making out, which is humorous because Douchefort's like, I'm good, but you're thinking about making out with me, which is pretty funny. Dorothy actually sort of kind of likes, not in a romantic way, I don't think, Douchefort after he offers to help them, and they do wind up saying they agree. They are a little worried though that this is a setup. So Ariana doesn't really want to go through with the plan. Alex refuses to vote. She just says, eh. And Portia thinks they should do it because she doesn't think that he's lying to them because he's not a very good liar. And Dorothy doesn't want to vote either. She's like, well, if Alex doesn't have to vote, I don't want to vote. And she points out that Alex isn't acting like herself again. And then but this leads to sort of a Dorothy talking about how she's feeling, where she shows how much she's having issues making decisions, and she feels like she's like Miller, even though the others point out that she isn't, but she just feels like if she makes a decision, it'll be a bad decision and it'll ruin everything, which is what she thinks about her decisions from earlier in this season with her and Miller. So we finally work through everything, and they decide to go through with the plan, and like Dorothy votes and is like, yes, we should do it. And suddenly we are in a new location. We get to see the MST house. Seriously, we get to see it. It's so cool. They've been showing it on Cherrydale Productions in their behind the scenes videos, and I've been waiting so long. But they're there. They managed to get the files. They deleted Rick's cloud. They have everything. The plan worked. And so the four of them all together decide to destroy the flowers in an all-for-one style with a flower pot. But when they destroy the files with the flower pot, Trevi appears. The magnificent Trevi in a robe with a sword. Seriously, magnificent all the time. And she's like, what are you doing here? What's happening? And they tell her that they got the files. She doesn't initially believe them, but then they're like, no, we got them, we did it. And she's just shocked. She's shocked and amazed. And then Dorothy's like, does this mean I can be part of MST? And Trevi actually says like, maybe it could, yeah. There's no definitive answer, but she at least says there's hope, sort of. But Trevi is just shocked. And Ariana wants to play with Trevi's sword, because seriously, that sword, super cool. And then that's the end of the episode. So those are all the episodes for this week. It was a lot of awesome, and I'm really excited for the new location. I'm pumped to see what happens. It's just so many things evolved, and Douchefort actually seems like he's gonna be kind of a good guy. I'm hoping this doesn't backfire and things get weird. Beyond an episode recap, I'm going to tell you about something MST themed that I did that's super nerdy, and I don't even care. Since I can't have my own MST mug, I don't have one. I want one. I want so much Mu Sigma Theta like swag just to wear all the time, but I don't have those things. So I was at Starbucks and I bought one of those reusable cups. They were $1, And when I got home, I wrote Connie on it in Sharpie. Yes, I have Connie's name on a Starbucks cup because they got Starbucks super early in the season and all the cups had Connie's name on them because she's the one who bought the coffee and I really wanted a cup, so I cheated and I literally just wrote Connie on a Starbucks cup. I don't care, I'm excited, I'm gonna use it all the time and feel nerdy and excited because yes, I can. Alright, so there's that. If you liked this recap, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, you should subscribe to my channel. You can also check out an extra My Kinda Recaps this week. I talked about the show Sudden Master. It was a 5-episode web series that KindaTV did, and it was really, really cool. I have a video about it that went up yesterday. You can find me on Twitter at CluffNotes, on my blog, cluffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com. I run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP, and I post recipes on the iZombie support group site, iZombieSupportGroup.com. Bye, guys!